Make my booking.
You know, we're ready, Mr. Eric. It is 6 o'clock. Mr. President, we are on. Okay. I'll call the meeting to order of the Auburn Parks and Recreation Board, July 22nd, meeting 2025 at 6 p.m. at the Ricky Lodge, Indiana Avenue. Next order of business. This thing was listening to me. Acceptance of minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes? Any questions or comments on the minutes? I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, Ben Ordman moves that the board approve the minutes of the regular meeting of the Park and Recreation Board of the City of Auburn held on June 24, 2025.
And Mr. President, Don Woodsley will second that motion.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay. I would like to say, though, that I appreciate you bringing up when we were looking at the accounts for the new park, something that if I were to see in the future, numbers like that, I might want to bring attention to that and ask questions.
Sure.
I appreciate that. Really learning tidbit.
All right. Now the next item on the agenda is introduction of guests.
Mr. President, Ben Ordman acting on behalf of Allison Todd, who is not here. Present for the meeting of the July 22nd Auburn Parks and Recreation Board is Park Superintendent Eric Dittmars, members Donald Winsley, President Mike McCarowich, Vice President Ben Ordman. We also have guests Liz Winsley, Kevin Webb, and Deanna Vasquez.
Thank you. Any communications there?
We have none for this month.
Okay, new business. One item on new business, the bulk march walk. Do we have someone here to talk about that?
I am Liz Winsley, president of the Three Rivers Stormers Folks Marching Club, and we are wanting to use the Ricky Park for our start of our Folks March on August the 30th. The start is from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and we request that our participants be off the trail by 2. We provide snacks, we provide maps for them. And it's not a giant group walk, it is do it at your leisure, sightsee, just get exercise and enjoy the community. And I have our certificate of insurance.
Okay, so they're gonna meet in, you said Ricky Park?
Yes,
And where in Ricky Park will they be meeting? Because the pavilions are not available, correct?
Yes, they are running.
Yeah, they're running, so that's why I'm asking.
okay.
Thank you.
We will just set up a table and take our registrations. Our people sign in so that we know, we make sure everybody comes back.
Yeah.
So we will just be in the south part of the park, but we'll avoid the pavilions.
Okay.
Are they rented in the morning or is it again like they did last year in the afternoon?
So a lot of it is in the afternoon, depends on our meeting schedule. We come in, sometimes we're in the car wash, make sure the tables are ready for them. And sometimes we'll have things set up, like we were gonna have 10 out there this year. So we're gonna.
Yeah, we were on fun before we did anything.
So the biggest thing is just making sure once we go through, everything's cleaned up and we're ready to reset for the days.
And again, not to be too specific, because, you know, this is not the first time you've done
No,
this.
this is like our 30-something time.
So, I mean, they're gonna have a basic path to walk in Reiki Park, or, because it's.
No, we start in the park, but we go down, we either go out and over through the soccer fields and back uptown, or we go up the trail itself and wander uptown and back
Oh.
around. So I change it every year. I don't want them to get bored of the same thing.
So they'll have some kind of route though to
Yes.
follow.
Yes.
Any questions?
No, Don Winsley, in case you didn't know what a Volks March is, it started in Germany during the Reconstruction period as a way for communities to show off what they have done to rebuild their cities. And so they would route, do a 10-kilometer route through the prettiest parts of the countryside. And GIs got involved and formed clubs, and the International Boat Sports Association started, and then the American Boat Sports. And so there are now events and walks, not only throughout the United States, but also throughout the world. So,
Excellent, thank you. You're welcome, man. Appreciate it. And you've been doing it yourself about 30 years, something like that.
Since 98, he's the one that got me started.
Oh,
He did it in Germany.
and I saw in the paper, you know, the German Fest. I go, oh, wow, Volks March. She said, what's that?
So how many people are you expecting typically for this? You don't know?
You never know, it depends on the weather, but we got a lot of people that kind of come through here on their way up to Mackinac Island, because they have a bridge walk then on Labor Day. So it's being promoted as stop through here on the way up.
Excellent. Any other questions?
I guess for the superintendent, Eric, are you aware of whether or not the Volks March would conflict with any other activities that we've got planned that day, such as using the pavilions or any other?
Balloons and what we have for the ACV, those should be included. We do have a little on the north side of the parking lot that is also under the ACV contract. Yeah, I don't see any other issue.
You've seen the certificate of liability insurance that's you've not seen that, okay? It is, okay. As far as you're aware, I know you've been presented, is that appear to be satisfactory, probably something that we need to include in the motion?
Just receive of,
Okay. And I guess last concern I have is more of a procedural one, this may be a better question for Don and how he feels about it, but we are down a member tonight, and this request is being made by a member of the board. I don't suppose it could pass if Don abstains tonight. We're not going to meet before the next meeting, or actually we are going to meet before the next meeting. Do you see any procedural problem with a member voting on the motion?
no, because I know there's no financials involved, so we should be fine with, if there's some financial monetary gain by, one or the other, that we
Okay. Any question?
I have one, your food you mentioned, prepackaged. Your food snacks.
Yes.
I haven't seen any other issues from the person.
Are there any other comments from the board? So I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, Ben Nordman would move that the board approve the request for the Volks March to be held at the Regency Park on Saturday, August 30, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., conditioned upon the tendering of an appropriate certificate of liability insurance at the appropriate time to the appropriate designee under the park superintendent.
Okay, I'll, Mike Carowitz, I'll second that motion. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes.
Thank you.
Vote for good weather.
Yes.
Any old business? Superintendent updates.
So you all should have received a DeKalb County Trails count for second quarter. And you can kind of see the first quarter of the first part of the calendar year. The trail counter recorded 6,000 events. And then the second quarter was 13,000. So we're on track again for somewhere between 40 and 45,000 yes, past the count. And in case you don't know what the count is, up here at the north side, right at the trail right there.
Oh, so it counts the number of people who pass by. That's awesome. That's 13,000 using our trail system, I think, is a testament to those who have put that trail system together.
That's only repeating and laying this quarter.
Wow.
And it breaks it down a little further, it goes into times, when the events happen, days of the week. So it's pretty detailed and breakdown of it. A lot of times I don't get too far into what is the business, that's just a broad count, but I think it's also good for at least our staff and when people are passing by, when we can work on trail, less public interaction, through trade trees and things like that. So we do utilize this information on the trail maintenance.
Other than, interesting, I guessing that this information would be good for applying for certain grants as well.
Yes, I'm sure they utilize that, because a lot of this information comes from NERC, which is the organization on Fort that does a lot of trail grant writing. So I'm sure they utilize that information. And we have another counter, it's on the bikeway out to past that road right there, on the left-hand side going out.
Oh, Don Woodley, and I'd like to say that I saw the continuous blinking yellow light at the crossing. Must have been looking for someone to cross and not seeing that yellow light, but I'm glad that there is one there. But coming from this direction heading south, there one tree on the west side of the road does block that light.
I brought that to my privy, so I did talk to the street department superintendent, and he was going to get that.
All right, that's, like you said, that's a visual obstruction that you don't know something's there until they're right at the edge of the road, and that could be a problem, so I'm glad, thank you. Thank you very much.
Next item, wanted to discuss a little bit the Eckerd Park bridge columns that are constructed. So in the progress, we're on schedule for the end of this month for completion. There's a few things that need to be done yet, gaps, lights, and railing in between, but it's all in progress and just timing out once the columns are complete now, so all the stone work is completed to the capstone. So once the capstone one
nice touch.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't had a chance to get down there, take a look at it. It really adds a lot, but rusty kind of feelings transferred right into that stonework, so.
Plus the way the creek looks between the two bridges, I mean, that's fantastic. It started to grow, and started to. So,
The next 5 years, we'll see a lot of that, life saving that took place, and we'll see a lot of those smaller trees, shrubs start to come up too, so that's what holds it back, so it should secure that bank. Really well. We're going to go over the last item is the Memorial Park. There's a big one for the Parks Department in the city of Auburn. We're still on schedule for July the 30th as completion. So we got a lot of things wrapping up at this point. Weather did cooperate at the beginning of the season, but we did follow through it. And that's also right now it's going to be some grass seeds, and we're in that stage of leveling, fine grading, punch list items we going through here for substantial completion. So we have a little bit of work yet, but all in all, it's finishing out nice. I think it'll be a great addition. If anybody gets to walk through there and take a look at it, it's nice pickleball for us.
yeah.
We were big bad people trying to get in and play, so there's a need for it, and I think it'll take off and be a great asset for the city and for the park.
Is there an estimated time for a grand opening ceremony?
Yes, September 13th. And that'll be from 12 to 2.
That's just phase one right there.
That is phase 1.
No, it's looking nice. Driving by it quite a bit. The bike paths are already in. And like you said, there's just some leveling. The ballpark looks structural again, so it's just a matter of. I think so.
Of course, we're going to have a lot of grass during the dedication, obviously, because of the weather was doing now, unless things really change. But we still have 2-3 weeks to get that information full grass. So,
No, they were pretty quick, I think. Yeah. Considering how long some of these projects take, like the creek, how long did the creek take? Yeah. So, no, this is really good.
I have a question as far as ball fields. The old ball field down north of town, that's closer to the creek, like off of First Road or where.
Oh, Summers.
Yeah. Is there anything in the works to redo that? Because that has history here as far as Auburn baseball goes.
Right now, there's no plans. We redid the field probably 2-3 years ago. We brought in dirt, built back up a couple of lips, that kind of thing. It is only strictly used for as a practice. Okay. So if they still do.
Okay, good.
Oh, I see, as far as, but I see a lot of people utilizing that dog.
Oh, yeah.
And all the time, I feel like there's people in there. Any other updates?
That's all that I have. We got a lot of great work done this last month, so we worked on cutting back all the tree lines here in the park, in all the parks, basically. So they get a lot of growth that wants to come into that pool area, so we try to keep that at bay. So we got a civil bond on the side, and I have that back. Takes quite a bit of time to do all that.
I did notice that a decade ago that big log jam that was just past the new bridge, that's gone. That's Fantastic.
Yeah, they went up there and cut that thing out here, and, the county takes care of that. They went in and cut a lot of that out, released it down to that bridge there, where the little flow retention area is, up there on the south side of the skate park. And cut it from there.
Okay. I was really happy to see that, that went about 80–90% caught of the creek for a while there. Any other updates there?
Right. Doing a lot of things around, and getting ready for, Halloween walk. So we're trying to get things finished up. We got high school kids, or college kids, we'll be over that on the 7th of August. So we're trying to get as much as we can before we have to take over a lot of routine.
Before I open up the meeting to the public, next thing on the agenda is vouchers.
Eric, I noticed that on page 7 of 7, the total amount that is being requested for us to allocate is $11,590.73. I don't know where I'm going with this, but on the back page, there is a reference to $21,448 dated May 27, 25. Would it be sufficient to handwriting and initial the appropriate figure?
Yes, as long as it's in the motion, or the correct amount and correct date.
Okay.
Now, let's leave a motion that we approve the corrections and make the appropriate editing changes.
We probably should go with the correction.
And a list of the.
Yes. I will, Ben Norton moves that the board approve the city of Auburn register of vouchers commencing with invoice number 6801 and concluding up to and including invoice 95742 in the cumulative amount of $11,590.73, and that our register of vouchers be amended to show the figure of $11,590.73 dated July 22nd, 2025.
Mike, very much, I'll second that. Any other discussion?
Is that sufficient, Eric?
All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed? Unanimous. The last item on the agenda is open up the public meeting. Yes, whoever wants to come up and maybe give you comments or have questions.
It's nice to see it on the agenda. That's great. This is an unusual meeting. I actually have nothing to say. Might appreciate it. I don't know.
Well, it's
Seeing me in action.
that's important. It's always important to have public comment.
Yes.
I just wanted to kind of bring a note to page 1 of the vouchers, program supplies for back to school program that was went through Amazon. That was sponsored by us for the giveaway for the schools.
So we got to be first for that.
I'm glad you brought that up there because that was a big expenditure. Okay, so no public comment. I'll close the public aspect of the meeting. And any other comments from the board? is scheduled for August 26th of this year, 2025, 6 p.m. at this lodge. And other than that, if there's no other comments,
I would like, Don Woodsley, I just want to say to you that in the 30 years that I've been here, the amount of parks I have discovered in Auburn and how well maintained they are and how beautiful they are, it's just, it's neat. And when I used to get asked where I'm from, I used to say Charlotte, Michigan. For the longest time now, when I get asked where I'm from, I say it's more. I'm very proud of this.
Great, appreciate that, obviously, it takes a team, so, kudos, appreciate it.
any other comments? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
That already been so moved.
Wednesday, also seconds.
I think we all are in favor.
All right.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
I have to learn how to properly.